good afternoon. Happy Friday. It's so nice to see all of you. I'm going to be going live talking about some of the blogs that I'm writing, and this will be a quick one, but I just wanted to give you a little background on the blog I wrote this week for 5 self-care tips for Valentine's Day. And I'm hoping maybe some of these ideas spark something in you that help you to make your Valentine's Day a little bit more special for yourself, right? We don't have to wait for someone else to show us that self-care. We need to take care of ourselves. And my 5 tips are, I'll go over them and then I'll talk about them a little bit on sweets. We all need sweets in our life. So how can we make those healthy, and how can we treat ourselves with something that not only nourishes our need for something sweet, both in our soul and also our body, leaves us feeling well in the end. Sipping on tea, some heart-opening restorative yoga poses, embracing our creativity, and then a little bit on positive self-talk. So sweets, what comes to mind for Valentine's Day? I don't know about you, but I love chocolate. I love chocolate so much. I don't think anybody else likes chocolate as much as I do. And it can be healthy. So getting dark chocolate, I get the 85%. It's a little much for a lot of people, but at least greater than 70%. You can get some that's sweetened with coconut sugar now so that there's no added sugar in it. And chocolate has loaded with antioxidants, helping to fight free radical damage in the body. Great for boosting the brain, helping fight depression, lowering blood pressure, cancer prevention due to all those antioxidants. So you can have that sweet treat, make yourself feel good for Valentine's Day, and still support your health. In the blog, there's a recipe you can check out. That recipe is for my energy balls. Those are made with dark chocolate chips. They're delicious. Make a whole batch, stick them in the freezer, and then when you have that craving for something sweet, they're right there to grab and a healthy treat. And then sipping on tea, just thinking about tea and how nurturing a cup of tea is. Like when we're feeling sick and somebody brings you a nice warm cup of tea, you feel like taken care of. So maybe make yourself a cup of tea on Valentine's Day and make it extra special. Grab some fancy china, maybe put out a tablecloth, and there's all sorts of wonderful herb teas that you can use to support your health, as well as having your tea ceremony. One of my absolute favorite teas, kind of a go-to for any day of the year, is Tulsi basil. That's an Ayurvedic herb. Sometimes it's called holy basil. You can go ahead and you can find that at the grocery store in tea bag form, or you can get some loose tea. I buy it loose. I mix it with other herbs. I'll mix it with peppermint if I'm wanting a little bit of energy. I might mix it on Valentine's Day with some lavender for a little extra softness. So sip on a cup of tea while you're having your dark chocolate. And then maybe you do some restorative yoga, right? So if we're thinking about Valentine's Day in our heart, can we open our heart into some restorative yoga poses? Maybe just propping up some pillows and lying back down onto a bunch of pillows. Set your phone with a timer for maybe 10 minutes and stay there for 10 minutes, allowing the shoulders to melt open, right? We're always rounded forward. If we just lay there, let the body relax into the opening, let it go through the shoulders, let it go through the arms, and breathing for 10 minutes, as we come out of the pose, we're going to feel so much more open through the heart, and a nurturing self-care practice for Valentine's Day. The 4th thing I was talking about is embracing creativity. And we get so busy going about our lives and trying to do, and accomplish. Let's take a break and try finding our creativity, right? That's the 2nd chakra kind of work, which the 2nd chakra is associated with Valentine's Day. It's a center of sensuality, but it's also our center of creativity. So no matter how artistic you are, we all have creativity. And so it's just finding that expression of creativity that's good for you. Perhaps it's doing mandalas. I do little mandalas. You'll see them posted on my Instagram page. I love to do those. The repetitive nature of mandalas is helpful for repatterning the brain, and it really brings me down to a calm focus. But maybe your thing is to do some redecorating. You want to grab some new throw pillows for your couch, or maybe it's doing some adult coloring books, or the Kindness Rocks project. I do these rocks that I paint with nice sayings. I leave them in a little garden outside the studio, and I like to think about how they might brighten somebody's day if somebody picks up one of these sayings just when they need it. So finding a creative outlet for yourself and feeding the second chakra for Valentine's Day. And the last thing, so important, so I wanted to make sure that I closed with number 5. Number 5 is about positive self-talk. So how can we tell ourselves those things that we say to our best friend, right? We say to our best friend that they're beautiful, that they have everything going for them, that they're smart, that they're kind. Can we say those things to ourselves? And one of the practices you could think of to sort of let this solidify into your life is I'll take a magic marker and write across my bathroom mirror one of those kind of positive self-talks that I might be working on. And it'll usually begin with I am, and then some kind of positive affirmation. I am kind. I am grounded. I am loving. So pick your phrase that you'd like to use this Valentine's Day, and maybe write some notes to yourself, maybe on your mirror, maybe on some sticky pads. And every time you see one of your affirmations, breathe in, I am, and as you exhale, exhale into your affirmation, kind or loving, whatever your affirmation is. So some ideas for how you could practice some self-care for Valentine's Day and make your day special. Treat yourself, so have some sweets that appeal to you, sip on some tea, do some heart-opening yoga. Find something a little creative to do. It doesn't have to be for long, and then practice positive self-talk. So I hope that this helps you to have a better day this year for Valentine's Day, and that some of these practices maybe resonate with you. If you want to read more about them, go ahead and go to my blog. I posted the link in this post for the video, and thank you for joining me. Bye now.